We are back. I haven't recorded a video in a while, and this time I have Dynastie in the building.
Can we start over? Because I just want to make sure it was recording.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi you guys, we are back. I have not recorded on my channel in a while, and this time I'm back with Dynastie, aka Mama D. We recorded a video at the end of 2014, right before our graduation from Savannah State University, and this time
almost 2 years later.
Almost, but not quite.
Damn near. It'll be 2 years in December. What is it? October now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, almost 2 years, guys. It's crazy.
So anyway, this time we're not in the studio. We're in my tight bathroom.
But you gotta get it when you can.
Yes, because of lighting.
Right.
So anyway, let's get started. Before we had questions lined up that we asked each other, and we're gonna kind of follow that same format.
That's right. So basically, we looked at the video that we did before we was graduating, and we just kind of came up with some things I guess that we would talk about. And the first one,
the link will be below, so you can watch that if you haven't watched it already.
Right, and just try and kind of see
catch up
how we transform, I guess you could say, or grown. But anyways, from the previous video, you know, we talked about what we wanted to do as far as in our careers and stuff like that. So I guess we can say, how did our plans really work out with everything that we wanted to do? Right.
And one thing that we said was, what are we going to do after we graduate? And Dynastie, what did you say?
For me, I said I wanted to be a radio personality, a radio host, and doing anything in the music aspect with the industry or music world, if you would. And so basically, I did end up doing that. I'm a radio personality now in Macon on Power 107.1. You already know it's your girl, Mama D, coming live 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Make sure you tune in. Don't do that.
Power 107.1. You already know it's your girl, Mama D, coming live 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Make sure you tune in.
So, yeah. Definitely worked out for me, and we're gonna get into how that came about for me later on.
And for me, I said that I wanted to work in business and do something in marketing. I also wanted to grow my channel. I did grow my channel a little bit, but I mainly just focused on the marketing aspect, and so I started my career in digital marketing, and that also became true. So yeah, let's get into these questions. Well, our number one question was, how did our plans work out? Simple. They did.
They did. We dominated that.
We said it. We made it happen.
You feel me?
I guess the next good question would be, how did we land our jobs?
Right. Okay, so you want to start off, or you want me to start off?
Sure. So right after graduation, I stayed in Savannah for a couple months, and I said, you know what, I need to move to Atlanta. There are a lot of marketing opportunities there for me. I graduated with a criminal justice degree, which is totally different from
left field
from what I'm doing. But I did have my YouTube channel, and I had a blog, and I just I really just grinded. I got an internship at a digital marketing firm in Buckhead, and you know, I had people tell me, you need to be making money, you need to be doing this, you need to do that. But one thing that I constantly read everywhere was, you get these degrees but you have no experience. So I knew that the key to getting into marketing was that I'm gonna have to sacrifice a little bit, and I got the marketing internship part-time job, and it was paid a little bit, but it was mostly just like me really learning the ins and out of the business,
right,
as far as digital marketing, and it opened up many doors for me. And then from there, I started working at Fox here in Atlanta, the Fox station, working in their digital marketing department. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. There's still a lot more to come. So yeah.
That's right. And for me, after graduating from Savannah State, I basically, like Verity said, was on the grind, on the hunt, trying to figure out, you know, where can I go to really be in radio. And of course, no experience The most experience I had was at Savannah State. I had my own radio show there, but being in the radio industry, out in the real world, in the corporate world, is definitely different than having your own radio show at your college. And I had no internship working at the radio station or anything, so I really didn't know anything. So 2 weeks after I graduated, and I ended up finding a station back at home somewhere I did not want to work. I'm gonna just say that I did not want to work at that radio station, guys. But I can say it has been very helpful, very beneficial. And the dude who hired me, shouts out to Lil G, he also was on the radio in Savannah. Listened to him for so many years. He graduated from Savannah State as well. Told him I graduated from Savannah State, started as a door opportunity, had another tiger in the building. Woo woo. So, you know, he brought me on. I was not getting paid for like the first 6 months. First, I started out working 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Basically, he gave me the opportunity to say, okay, hey, I'm going to put you out there, show you, you know, what's the ins and outs, the do's and don'ts. And he did a show with me. There we got so much buzz, like so many people liked our show to the point the owner of our station, which our station is independent versus corporate, decided that, hey, I'm going to make you guys a morning show, and the only local and live morning show in Macon, because we have Ricky Smile and we have Steve Harvey, so they're not actually in Macon. So we're the first, well, I'm not gonna say the first, but at this present time we are the only live and local show in Macon. And I'm on the air now from 6 a.m. To 10 a.m. with Lil G, and our show incredible, amazing. I love it. And like Verity said, just being in that atmosphere has definitely opened up so many doors for me in the whole radio industry and music industry.
Pushed our way through.
Right.
We're getting our feet wet, getting our toesies wet. What are things that we learned? 2 things that we learned. I'll start off and I'll just say one thing that I learned was, even though it's, you know, practice, a grind, the grind has to be legit. Like, make sure that all of your ducks are in a row. If you're sending over something that's not finished, make sure that you're sending it over as though it was finished, because you don't want anyone to say, this person doesn't know how to write, this person doesn't know how to put something together, this person doesn't do this, da 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 da.
Presentation,
yeah,
is everything.
It's key. And so always make sure that you're doing quality work. Be as professional as possible no matter what, because you will gain a lot of respect from that. I had a meeting with my manager, and it was like a hard meeting that we had. And at the end of it, I stood up and I told him, you know, thank you. This was a great meeting. I feel like we moved forward a whole lot, sitting down, having this, conversing with each other. And I shook his hand, gave him a really good handshake. I'm good at giving handshakes. And he was like, wow. Oh my gosh, Verity, I don't think I've ever shaken your hand before. And I feel like at that moment, he really took me serious. So, yeah, little things like that. How about you?
For me, what something I've learned is building relationships. Building relationships is very important, because you never know who you may need. And just being able to work under my boss, who, like I said, is Lil G. We go out to these different places, and he's been in the industry for 20 plus years, so I really get to see him and really see how he does things, you know, going about it the right way. And building those relationships, I'm like capable of getting free food, free drinks, and not only that, but they help us with the radio station on certain projects that we have, and they're willing to work with us on whatever we're doing. And just making sure, like you said, you brand yourself and it's all together. Your first impression to people is also a lasting impression, because that's going to let them know if they want to work with you or not. Your spirit that you give off, you know what I'm saying, your attitude, your vibe, all of that coincides together. Your brand, I guess you can say it.
Yep.
Your presentation, like, you want to make sure that when you're presenting things to people, like she said, it's all together. You know, you don't want to come half stepping on nothing, because when artists come to us with music and stuff like that, you know, if you don't have nothing on there, we can say we can find you, or your, you know, your CD cover isn't together and nothing, then 9 times out of 10, they're gonna like toss it. So
what is something that happened to you that was unexpected? Something that you started doing that you didn't necessarily have written down, that you didn't expect to do right this past year?
When I first said I wanted to be in radio, I didn't know what radio it came with. And say since being on the radio, I've been able to host different events. Like I've been hosting, and hosting wasn't something that I actually thought that I would be doing or something that I would have to do. I'm in Atlanta right now for A3C, and I've been able to link up with some people. Shouts out to H Live Hip Hop Daily. Make sure y'all download that app. Great show. All different type of shows on there. But anyways, I've been able to like network with people like that to where they invite me to Atlanta to say I want you to host, you know, for the show. And I've been here all weekend hosting A3C. Probably 2 months ago in August, I came and I saw Verity, and I was in Atlanta hosting a MBE conference. Shouts out to Miss Arlinda Garrett, who's over there, the Music Business Empowerment Conference, and it's people all over the world, as well as major top-notch record labels who are there, their record reps, and just being able to be in front of those people, and some of them who I knew, and they were so surprised to see me. I was able to show off what I knew how to do without being under the coat of my boss or whatnot. So that's really opened up doors for me as well.
So yours was an unexpected thing, was hosting and
Right.
perks. I basically started and ended a business all in 6 months. Now that I've kind of gotten over the heartbreak of it,
Right.
I would like to just call it a project. I like to just call it a project.
Okay.
I didn't see myself, you know, getting a business license, coming up with the logo, doing all of these things. And when I was at 60 Marketing, I was able to network with VR companies, finding out the latest, you know, analytics for things. It was amazing. And I said, you know what? I want to get into apps. I like the idea of marketing apps. So I had a friend who developed apps, and they came to me and was like, you like digital marketing? I want to create apps. Let's team up. Let's work together. So I went through that whole process and saw, I would say, the life cycle of a business, but it was really like the half-life of a business because it didn't go matriculate all the way through. We ended short due to just job opportunities and things like that didn't work out. I'm going to make a video about that, by the way. During that time, I learned a lot. It gave me insight into how to really market apps hands-on for myself. And it was very, very exciting for me. So now I feel like I don't need to wait until why was I even saying I needed to wait? I could have been doing this already. Once you do something, the stress of doing it goes away. You know that you can do it again. Right. Now it's just a matter of, can you do it better? And I know I can.
Right.
So that's pretty much what's going to happen. I'm just really excited, and I'm glad that I went through that process. So for me, something that came as a surprise, I never thought that I would go ahead and kind of like start my own brand and business right now. I was just focused on getting a job in digital marketing. I did that. So it was really great. I can't wait for 2017. Oh, let's talk about adulting.
Oh, God. Okay.
So yes, we did go ahead and push towards our career goals, but what is that like in reality?
Right.
In reality, it's stressful.
It's stressful. With me for adulting, yeah, so now I've been placed in a position where I have no choice but to really learn how to be an adult. I'm getting ready to go into a transition into my life where those type of things are about to occur. So, you know, it's going to be a little different for me, and I'm going to have to really learn how to do those type of things versus, you know, Verity, who's been kind of doing it for a while, like, you know, really out here on her own. So yeah, I feel like being an adult is I feel like it's a learning experience as well, like with life, because you really learn how to handle business and those type things. And yeah, it can be frustrating sometimes of really trying to, you know, focus on your goals and stuff like that when you really have to think about reality.
Life bills.
Right.
Goal bills and life bills.
And I didn't even touch on life insurance and stuff like that, like, you know.
So yeah, same with me, just getting everything together, making sure that, you know, I have a roof over my head and all of the things that I need to maintain my life, and then investing in myself.
Right.
And a lot of times, to be honest, like sometimes, you know, family members or people in your circle might be like, you're getting the new camera, you're doing this, you need to be putting money aside for this. But it kind of goes along with sacrificing. And it feels like people will make you feel like you're making a stupid decision, but a year from now they'll kind of see, oh, okay, wow, you made that happen. Yeah, because I did that stupid thing you told me not to do. Take advice, but then know where you're going and make sure that you make it happen. Because you don't want people to be like, I told you so. No, I told you so. That's so right. Sacrifice is a big part of adulting, and learning when to tune out people that don't have your dreams, because sometimes people that are giving you advice are people that never pursued their own dreams. Trust yourself.
I guess that would kind of go into as far as in like relationship and friends as well, because I do feel like plenty of times, like you said, those people who don't have your, you know, best of best interests or believe,
or they see it in a different way,
right? Like I can't say I really had many people leave my life after graduation and coming into this whole industry, the entertainment industry that I'm in. But I can say that your circle will get small, and me personally, I prefer to have people around me that are, they say have people around you that are like-minded, you know what I'm saying, who have those same goals and ambitions and whatnot. And you know, when people have negative energy, I just, you know, I don't even want them around me. Cutting them off for real. And with being
and sometimes it's not so much losing friends, it's just knowing where to place friends, or just stepping back from other different friends. Like, I have friends for certain things. I have friends that I'm gonna go turn up with.
True that.
And that's all I do with them.
You have to, like you said, you have to really know how to place them. You kind of learn to replace those people who didn't really mean too much, you know, in your life, with people who are helping you or want to help you, you know, get further in. Even in relationships too, though. Like, yeah. When I first started out in radio, though, I was in a relationship. Being in the club was not something that I was just real big on. But, you know, I had to let people know who I was. I had to, you know, really go out there so they can say, oh, that's Mama D, that's Mama D. And so he didn't really kind of get that aspect of it.
Relationship stuff, I mean, it's just hard when your first priority is your work and career. I plan to have it all, and I'm gonna have it all. It's just a matter of when. So when people are like, your sister is getting married, where's your man? My man is coming, and he's gonna be ready, and we're gonna be the
My man is coming, and he's gonna be ready, and we're gonna be the
Don't worry about me, boo-boo. Boo-boo.
But you know what, though? That came up in the relationship with my ex-boyfriend. It was like, you know, what's first? And to me, honestly, I felt like my career was first. You know, I want to make sure that I can take care of me and then my relationship, because at the end of the day, who's to say that we're going to be together forever? And then, you know, if I'm not saying I'm dependent on nobody, but if it don't go nowhere, then I want to make sure that I got me together, that I can keep on, you know, trucking, keep it moving. So whether we see ourselves in probably the next 2 years, when we decided we're gonna do another updated video. Honestly, I don't know where I'm gonna be at in the next 2 years. It's a couple of things I have up my sleeves that I do want to do, that I'm thinking about doing. So I mean, I don't know, it's just kind of a toss up in the air for me right now. Am I gonna be on TV? I still want to do radio, you know. Am I gonna be a record rep? Like, am I gonna have a booking agency company? Like, it's just so much different things.
For me, in the next 2 years, you know, just continuing to build my career in digital marketing, become, you know, a thought leader in digital marketing.
Did you say thought leader?
It's a term used in business.
No, did you say
a thought leader?
Thought. Okay, I thought she said thought, because you know it is thought season. Shout out to all the single women out there.
I'm a single non-thoughts.
I'm waiting on the sky.
No, really. Hey, booze. I know you watching. I know you lurking. Like I said, so I see myself as, you know, more experienced digital marketer, someone that people come to for advice as far as digital marketing, and also getting my toes wet as a developer.
That's what's up.
So that's kind of where I see myself, and we'll see that.
Who knows? One of us might have a ring in 2 years. I was just saying.
Dead. Look.
Because obviously, as you guys have seen, a lot has happened for us.
You never know.
The last 2 years.
Well, that's a wrap. Please thumbs up and share. Now watch Dynasty.
Alright guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in to me and Verity. So much fun. Make sure you guys tune in to me. You can listen to me, live stream me on shoutcast.com. Type in Power 107.1. Listen to me in the morning, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Also, make sure you guys check out my boy right here, Live Hip Hop Daily. It goes down. Download that app as well. It's Live Hip Hop Daily. It's going to look just like this right here. And follow me on my social media. You can follow me on IG at MOMA_D with 3 E's. That's Mama D. And you can also find me on Snapchat, DY_NASTIE. So much fun, guys. Until next time.